That'll be good to see. Hold on, connecting stream software
I'd be the
live.
indifferent one.
You'll be the indifferent one. So,
Yeah, never get comments all the time.
excellent connection. And we're live! And it's Baz here. And we've got who else?
Gar.
Right?
And Lee. So this is just our wee pre-show reaction for the. So we're going to do wee predictions before the show for this PlayStation event and see what our thoughts are on it. Do you want to go first, Gareth? What do you think they're going to show tonight, and what price?
Well, don't know if we're going to see God of War or not, but if the rumors are true, it'd be nice to see something about it. I don't know if it's going to be true or not, but
Even a wee teaser.
I'm hoping.
You know.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's too late to showcase a major game at the minute. Well, maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe they've been waiting to the best to last. One of them situations.
Yeah.
It's sort of the situation I've got from PlayStation this whole generation. They're sort of leaving it to the last minute, but if that's a good thing or not, I don't know. Whether it's to keep the balls up or keep the excitement up, I'm not sure. But I don't know. A lot of people sort of went off the sort of excitement from the whole generation. I don't know.
I think we need to do a separate.
But I'd like to.
Video on that.
I would like to. Yeah, I would like to see prices, obviously, because as I said, I think it's got to the stage now. Like we need to know something about the console itself. It's nice showing games and stuff and see what's coming out at launch and stuff, but you know, we need to know when it actually is going to launch and when it is, how much it's going to actually cost. To be honest,
that's the other thing. So, or do you want to do a wee chat with you, Lee, and then we'll all do predictions after it?
Okay.
What do you think, Lee, they're going to show tonight?
Oh, as far I've seen so far, I'm not a fan of it. The specs are too random. It's just basically a paste and copy job in their Xbox, but the lowers the specs. They're putting basically the CPU and the GPU in different frequencies and gigahertz to see what's going to run better. It should be a nice silly stream like the Xbox did on the X and S.
Do you think they'll be
going like 1.8 to
do you think games wise, do you think they're going to have any big surprises tonight or any exclusives? Or
it depends on the game developers. A lot of games used to be like Sony only, but then a lot of them basically cross platforms now. So it's not like it used to be back in the day of the PS2.
Like Gareth was mentioning there, I had said to him earlier when we were talking that the God of War developers actually teasing something. So they don't know if that's maybe linked to the show, if it's going to be a launch.
Maybe they're doing a proper remaster edition, not a remaster, but update version of the last God of War game, but updating the graphics and maybe add more content.
No, I'll disagree with you. I think if it's going to be anything, the last one was like a full remake, so it'll be a sequel to it. I would say if they're going to bring anything out, unless
it's
hard to know.
Is that even possible since the last one was released? Not how long ago?
It's only at least a few years back. It's in the last generation, current generation at the minute, so it is.
Now, how long did it take them to release that one?
Probably a few years, I would say. Probably 3 or 4 or 5 years. I don't know. I'm not sure offhand.
Yeah. We'll wait and see. Maybe they're going to tease Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, that would actually be a good point, actually.
Well, personally, I'm expecting.
Instead of just going Skyrim.
I personally think they're going to some sort of exclusive where it's God of War. They're going to have some reveal, something that nobody knows. That's nothing's been officially announced yet, and I think they're going to release some or talk about some timed exclusive stuff. And there's been a lot of controversy about that be, and they reckon the new Final Fantasy 16 is it that might be like maybe 6 months or a year timed exclusive or something.
What about Horizon Zero Dawn, the sequel to it?
That was at the last show announced, so it'll be out, they said holiday 21 for it, so I don't know if they're going to show it again this soon. I think they're trying to show stuff that's come out for launch at this one, plus, something they haven't announced yet. That's what I think. It could be wrong.
What about Gran Turismo?
See, there's people talking about it. That was shown partially at the last event, and they're saying a lot of people think that that's going to be a launch title, but I personally don't. I think it's a way off yet. Because that developer takes too long to make a game. I don't think so. They might show more footage of it, but I don't think it's a launch title. But I could be wrong. This is, we'll see.
Yeah, I
For
know
all
what you
we
mean.
We'll see after
for
this
all
show.
we know, it could be a pile of indie games and stuff.
Well, I don't know. You see,
Like
but
from developers are like not
could be.
sort of in the major category, which and again isn't a problem.
But
There's nothing wrong with that, I might
couldn't-
think, but I think they're going to.
I wouldn't like it to be 40 minutes
But-
of indie games. At least if they showed one or
No.
two exclusives, something, a couple of like a AAA.
It could be what not remaster, but a re-release like GTA 5 and Skyrim and Witcher 3. I already know it's coming out in the next gen console, but they'll re-release Skyrim again for the PS5 and Xbox X. That's just be a joke.
But sure, they've
I know.
announced GTA 5 is going to be remake again. Or up hands.
I know, I'm still laughing at it.
I know. But it'd be nice if they had something new that they haven't showed us before, which would be good.
We need to get something. I think it's got to the stage. We need to know something that we don't know.
We need to get
Yeah,
the
like the
price,
price of it.
the price, the launch date, and the pre-order date. I think that's what we need
Mhm.
tonight. See if this goes on tonight and there's no announcement of any of that information, and it goes on to October. That is just ridiculous at this stage.
Mm.
It is, because then the Xbox already leaked theirs.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Do you just want to do?
So what were the design choice of the consoles, Barry?
I personally prefer the Xbox Series X over the PS5.
It kind of reminded me of an old Netgear router,
Mhm.
especially the non-disk drive one, but the disk drive one kind of reminded me of a Netgear router, and someone added cooling to it.
Reminds me of like an
It
ice
just
cream
looks
sandwich.
ridiculous.
For some reason, you've got your filling, and you've got like two things either side of it, if you know what I mean. But
Or could be I see another one that basically someone compared it to an air conditioner. Actually, this air conditioner is old and it actually looks very similar to it. Apart from it's bigger, of course.
And another thing there's been rumored is that they're talking about a revision of the specs, but I don't know if that would happen at this stage, and I think it's too late in the game to be starting to do that.
Maybe they're going to do what Xbox did in this specs, keep it standardized instead of this random nonsense.
No, I think they're too far on at this stage. I don't think you could change that at this stage, to be honest with you.
Well, maybe they're not using the second gen RNAD or something. Where is it?
RDNA 2.
Aye.
Well, it is RDNA 2, but I think it's a custom. It's not the full feature set as far as I'm been. Well,
Aye, so it's
the
basically
leaked
a
rumours.
one that just got added features to it.
The rumor is that the PlayStation 5 has been out longer than the Xbox Series X because they had out designed
But
before
and
the
yet,
full,
it
full
still
feature
hasn't been
set's
announced
out.
yet.
But that's they're playing a game of chicken between, Xbox and PlayStation playing chicken. That's the problem. This whole
Do
thing.
you not realize that gamers nowadays hate that kind of shit? They just want to know the information.
I know, but it is the way it is. It's the way. It's
I wouldn't even
because-
I wouldn't even describe it like that. To be honest with you, it's more of a business approach. It's just the way everything's sort of working out this year alone. Like, I don't even want to bring it in or anything like, but it's just the fact of like, it's just how business does. It's like, first impressions always count, and I think Sony understand that. Whether or not it's a good approach or not, in terms of delaying it until this long. Putting
Yeah,
people
but
up,
they delay it too long.
people
They
are
also
just-
commit a bad impression on the company itself.
which is exactly my point. It's making customers impatient. They're sort of thinking like, oh, do you know what? For the value of £450 between now and November, I'd probably just be better off getting Series X. At least I know what I'm getting.
If you look at it by
Series S for
region, the
$300.
USA and the European markets,
Yeah.
they're basically indecisive. They're going to go Xbox or PlayStation, where in the Asian market, especially Japanese market, it's probably going to be PlayStation no matter what.
PlayStation, yeah.
But in
That's
Europe
very-
and the
that's very
USA,
true.
they really have to, look at it that way. They can't just go by their own market
Well,
in Japan.
I've heard rumors today on Twitter that there are going to be special freight planes. They're going to be bringing in extra deliveries into them markets, such as the United States and like say Asia and stuff, to try and ensure that there are going to be as many consoles available at launch as possible.
I also read something else today that Sony is supposed to be cutting production targets and then denying it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well, but I don't know. Who knows really? Like I think you only really know how many, you can probably tell by how many consoles are going to be available at the time, whether or not that accusation is actually going to be valid or not.
I was listening to another podcast there, was it this morning or last night, and they were saying that the price will probably dictate as to what, if it's true or not, if they did, because of the yields. We were talking about
So,
the
can I ask
SoCs.
one question then?
What?
So, all three of us try to guess the price of both of the consoles.
We're going to do that in a wee second once we finish
What do you
this.
think?
We need to do it soon, so what I was going to say, price will dictate the night of whether that's true or not, because they were saying that if the SoCs, there's only 1 and 2 is up to scratch. So if that's 50% of their SoCs are not good enough, that might put the price of the console up. What time are we on? 5 minutes till. We're we got time yet, but do you just want to do then price predictions for the two, the digital and the disc version of the PlayStation 5?
No problem.
Do you want to go first, Gareth?
Well, let Lee go first.
Go first, Lee.
I say 449 for the non-disc, and disc version probably 499 in pounds.
So
I
hold on,
think
in pounds. So 449 for the in pounds.
Non-disc.
And then 499. That'll make it dearer than the Series X. Right, Gareth, go for it.
It's PlayStation.
I think the disc version will be 450, and I think the non-disc version will be 400.
So you're going cheaper again?
I don't want to go £100 between the two. I want to say they're going to at least do a £50 between the two. If they do 350 for the digital version, I'll be quite surprised. But I don't know. They can't make the PS5 digital edition the same price as the Series S. Like, there's no way. I think if anything, it's going to be in the region between 250 and 400. I think for the digital version, something in between that. I'm hoping around 400 for the digital version, but I don't know. What do you think?
Well, the Xbox Series X is 449 basically, on our money, and it's $500. I think they're probably going to be the same or higher. I don't think they're going to be any cheaper. So, see, a lot of people are reckoning it's going to be $399 for the digital, which would probably work out about $350 in our money, which I think is too low. I would say probably in our money, $449 and $399. £50 difference. I don't think it's going to be any more than that. I know what people are saying. There could be a jump of $100, whatever, a difference. But do you think Sony would want to make that sort of a loss?
No, I don't think Sony want to make any money. Or not make any money, but make any loss at all.
I don't want to lose any loss. 3 months before this show's going to start, so. Any other comments or feedback or anything you just want to predict or anything before we turn this off and we'll watch it, and then we'll do a wee post show after at the event as well.
That's okay.
So we've got our prices there for predictions, and then we've got, I think they're going to do a big exclusive, announce something big that's either going to come out at launch or in the near future in the launch window, and sometime exclusive stuff. That's what I think they're going to focus on, launch games. So I don't know what the full launch lineup, because there's been a lot of games has been pushed back. Did you hear that? Is it the the very artsy one? Is it Kenya or something has been pushed back to next year, and it's supposed to be a launch game as well?
No, I haven't.
And Ratchet and Clank's supposed to be not coming out next year as well. So I'm not sure what the launch titles are going to be now at this stage. So it's going to be interesting, to be honest with you. You know. Yeah. Right, as you have anything more to say, or will I just stop this now for the to watch it? We're coming
No,
up
I
to 15
think
minutes.
hopefully
I
it'll be
say
a good
stop it
show.
now until we watch it.
Yeah, that'll do. Right, well, we're going to cut off here now. We'll be back for the post show after it. So, see you all later.